Welcome to the Parsons podcast. This is the first episode. My guest here is Lawrence Rio. He's a local musician from Fairfax. I believe you're from Fairfax,
hey,
right?
Yes.
Awesome, man.
Grew up
awesome.
Here in Fairfax.
Oh, this is my guest, Lawrence. So
what's up?
Introduce yourself, and tell me what got you started playing music, man.
Yeah. I'm Lawrence Rio, and I did grow up here in Fairfax, just outside of Washington, D.C. I was born in D.C., and I've been playing pretty much my whole life. Yeah.
When did you start? When did you start though? When did you start? When did you
when
get
I was
that like spark where you were like, you know what, man, I want to play music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's always that moment, right, where
dude, everybody has one.
Yeah.
With anything, with any kind of art,
this is reaching, I guess, because I was so young, but I do remember it kind of vividly. Like, I took piano lessons for probably 3 years when I was like 5 years old, and I didn't get along with the teachers at all. Cause,
really? Why? Did they beat you?
No. I wish.
Get it right, like
No.
hitting your hand with sticks.
I didn't go to Catholic school. No.
Okay.
It was like a private piano teacher, but I didn't get along with many teachers growing up. But for piano specifically, because they teach you in this classical way of you got to read sheet music and learn how to read sheet music. And I understand for some aspects of music how important that is. I do know how to read sheet music, but I was never great at like, put this piece in front of me and expect me to play it back for you, you know?
Oh, dude. I mean, that's one thing that I definitely don't know how to do.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm from the ear. So when I first started playing music, I heard something and I wanted to emulate it. You know what I mean? And so I trained my ears, and I guess maybe that's why I'm a singer too, why I like to sing. But yeah, so what bands or like what music when you were a kid, inspired you to?
I think the first album I ever got,
guitar,
the first album I ever bought like solo, as in my parents didn't go get it for me, or it wasn't like a gift from someone, but I actually, whatever Tooth Fairy money I had, like went out and bought an album. Was I think Queen Greatest Hits.
Ooh,
it was like a 3 CD set.
Sweet,
yeah,
dude.
and I think
awesome.
the first disc was so good, and so I was a big fan of like classic rock as a kid. I liked Bon Jovi right away.
Oh, dude, that's my mom's favorite band.
Yeah,
that's my mom's favorite band. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
they're great. I mean,
Slippery When Wet. Slippery When Wet, bro.
I don't like the.
Well, no, actually, I'm pretty sure that I got a funny thing about Bon Jovi.
Yeah,
my dad, he told my mom. My mom had bought their first record, or no, maybe my uncle David bought their first record.
Okay.
And he showed it to my mom, and my mom was like,
"Which one's their first record?"
I can't remember the name of it. Runaway, maybe. I know that was a song.
Were they one of those bands though? That...
She's a little runaway.
Yeah, like that was right off their first album.
Yeah, and I think John Bon Jovi was like mopping the floors in a fucking studio, and got like free recording sessions out of it. Yeah, very cool, very cool.
That guy, wow, dude, he fucking came out of nothing.
Well, dude, he made it happen.
Yeah,
he did whatever he could to make it happen. He made it. He made sure that he was around a studio. A lot of successful musicians have done it that way, and like started off as engineers or just as runners.
That's something to be like jealous of, honestly, because sometimes I feel like I'm just wasting my fucking time, and then it's like I have so much music compiled that isn't released yet. I know.
Oh my god!
Actually,
I showed you last night.
Yep,
a bunch of stuff.
So your website, what is it?
Sonsofbatman.rocks.
Okay.
Sonsofbatman.rocks.
So you've got like 5 EPs on there that it's like this music should be out there. So I was jamming a little bit to it today.
Yeah.
You had the Mushroom EP.
Oh, what do you think about that one?
I really dug the first track, Mind Eraser.
Oh, dope.
I was jamming to that. It was like very like a lot of the stuff I listen to now, like Sublime kind of sound.
It has a reggae feeling, and my boy Josh actually wrote that song.
Okay.
And it's his song.
But you but you were singing on it.
Yeah,
I could recognize your voice.
Yes,
and you
I
also had a lot
sure.
of really like perfect little vocal moments that weren't even lyrical, but it was more just like ooh, and it came in at the right time. And It sounded good, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Cool
Thank
song.
you. Thank you. Yeah, that song I actually had this same setup that I'm using here to do all this and my recording gear and all that kind of stuff, and I'll have a whole video on what gear I use and what gear I have later on.
Sweet.
To let people know just what I'm doing and what my setup is, because people are always curious about that, you know. But
These mics sound great.
Oh, don't they? They sound good, right?
But it's like if I'm back here versus if I'm right here. Did you hear that, people?
Dude, yeah, you got to get up on them, man.
But it sounds great when you do.
Yeah,
it's like a commercial instantly. You know?
They weren't cheap. You know, I got a good deal on them though.
Cool.
So that's important. But
well, yeah. So, anyways, dude. So back to the piano thing. When I was learning piano.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, you
were
learning piano.
So I had this was my moment. I remember in like second grade, because I was like you, where I could play better by ear, and that's why I didn't really get along with the teacher.
Yeah,
she's trying to get me to learn these classical pieces. I'm like, can I just make something up or jam
dude,
along?
I feel the same way.
Yeah, but that's like when I was like 5 or 6. So, whatever. Then second grade came around. They had this thing, Reflections project or something at my school, and you got to like, it was an arts thing, and whatever division you chose, whether it was music or poetry or anything, you got to like present in front of the whole school.
Oh, wow.
So I wrote a song on piano.
Oh, dope.
And it was this 7-minute or like medieval jazz moody piece. I don't remember it at all how to play
bummer.
it.
You don't have a copy
I
of it
wish.
somewhere?
Actually,
that would be awesome.
I might have like a video of it somewhere on tape, which I can't watch any of my childhood videos because back when we had cameras with tapes, like you can't even watch those now.
Dude, all of my early songs that I wrote, I can't even listen to them.
Just lost.
I can't. Well, I lost some of them, and then other ones that I do have, I listen to them, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, but that's what I want to get over right there.
Yeah,
because if you always self-critique yourself in your past, then you're just gonna continue not to move forward. And so that's why I want to start putting shit out there. iTunes, Spotify, get it actually out there, because otherwise
people are going to listen to it, dude. You know, I mean, and it might not be a lot of people at first, but if you keep playing out and you keep promoting your music and you release it.
I completely disagree. I think everyone's going to fucking listen to it. It's going to be amazing. Everyone should hear this.
The whole world's going to hear it.
Yep.
So you were saying that you learned from school, and then it gave you a chance to perform live.
Yep, and that was my spark. I just thought it was really cool performing in front of that crowd, and also the fact that I wrote this thing and people were like patting me on the back, like, wow, like cool.
Yeah.
Like I like that way better than when I was learning whatever song the piano teacher was trying to get me to learn, and then if I just played whatever I had learned, like that wasn't the same feeling. It was once I had written my own song and played it and was getting feedback.
Were you nervous?
I don't think I was.
Really?
Yeah, I've always been pretty extroverted, pretty outgoing. So
well, you know, I'm like that obviously, but I worked on it. And I remember the first show I ever played. It was at a house party in high school, and
now that can be nerve-wracking because you got hormones flying around.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I went into the bathroom and I splashed some water on my face, you know, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, "You're gonna fucking do this."
Pouring
bro.
like Four Locos over your
yeah.
head. Oh, wake up, man! Just wake up.
But no, it was just one of those things where I was absolutely terrified. Terrified. But after I did it, it was easier.
Was this house party like just your friends hanging out, or was there girls at the school?
Oh, dude, there was all of our friends, our clique, like the entire clique was there, and we had multiple bands. It was called John Fest.
Okay.
Because it was at my friend John's house.
Damn, you guys, that's your first time playing. Was that like a fucking festival?
It wasn't like a real festival.
No, I know, but you guys.
It was in my friend John's basement. And what's funny is my friend Rush was there, and he started moshing, and he literally put a body-size hole in one of the walls.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why was he moshing? So, were you guys badass? Were you guys like kind of a punk thing?
Dude,
or what
no.
was it?
I think I have a video of it somewhere, but I'm going to burn it as soon as I
No. You at least need to keep it for yourself,
yeah. I mean, it's somewhere. I think my boy Dan has a copy of it.
Yeah.
He was a guitar player in my band at the time. We were called Arson Rose. What was the name of your first band?
First band was probably also high school.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was like 12, and my friend Zane, his church had this like room that they used off-site from the church for meetings, for I don't know, church stuff. I don't know what churches do, but
so was it like one of those things where you because I did this when I was a kid. I was part of like a youth group.
Yeah.
And like you put on plays about Jesus.
Yes.
And I'm not
I did that too.
I'm not a very religious person, if I was anything, I'd probably be Buddhist.
Yeah.
But I don't practice religion regularly, but I was definitely part of a youth group. So was it something like that?
Yeah, and it was like an apartment. It was just like an apartment, but the church rented it for their youth groups to go and have their CCD programs and stuff, their Sunday school programs. So that was our rehearsal space. They were like, "Oh, you guys have a band. Like you can use the room." We were like, all right,
dude.
yeah, we will then.
Hell yeah. Did you get to use the gear too? Churches always have the best gear, man.
We did play for their church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we practiced there for like a year, and then that was probably my first gig as well. I was like 12. We played for this church of 200 people, and we were doing covers of stuff like The Killers.
Oh, that is cool, man.
Yeah.
See,
what's
that's
that?
cool. That's cool.
What's that song? I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. What is that?
I got soul, but
Yeah,
I'm
the chorus.
not a soldier. It has like the 3-part harmony.
Yes.
It's super dope.
We played that one.
Oh,
And,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, but then throughout high school, kept doing. We didn't really have like band names because we never took it that seriously. In high school, we would do Battle of the Bands every year. We would change the name of the band, so we were like Joy in Court one year, and Rainbow Sunrise one year.
Rainbow Sunrise.
Yeah, we had like just goofy names for the year because it was just Battle of the Bands. Like we'd practice for a month before and go and.
Dude, my band didn't make the Battle of the Bands.
You guys didn't even make.
We
the
didn't
contest?
even make it into the contest.
What the hell?
Yeah, I felt cheated.
Well, was there a ton of?
I really did.
Yeah.
Because I think that they gave it to the theater kids because they were like theater kids that had bands. And nothing against
someone
those
was banging
kids.
the drama teacher.
Dude, I was trying to be a theater kid, and they didn't even want me to be a part of that group. And they were huge nerds.
But hold on,
I listen to Weezer too, man. What the fuck,
But was there a lot of competition, like other bands?
No. I'm talking shit. I shouldn't talk shit because that's not really what it was.
Just completely fabricating your childhood story. You're like, yeah, the theater kids beat me up behind the schoolyard.
They accepted me. They were cool with everybody. I'm full of shit.
Okay.
But
just trace back on the last minute.
I'm full of shit.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I was one of those kids that was like part of every clique. You know what I mean? Like I would like intertwine in all these different cliques. But yeah, high school was a fun time musically, and I feel like I learned a lot.
Totally.
And you probably did too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? By playing with other musicians that were learning as well. And did you ever get into lessons when you were a kid or anything like that?
No, after those 3 years of piano lessons, I quit taking lessons. And then when I was about 11 or 12, I picked up a guitar on my own. And I just I don't remember the first time I held a guitar. It was like, how do you make noise with this at all? You know what I mean?
Oh,
you're like touching things, like touching the string. it kind of reverberates, but then you try to hold a fret and it's just like, and it sounds like ass, and you're like, oh, what do I do? But like after, I don't know, a week, I just started going and teach myself. I mean, with the internet now.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. So once you learn about tabs, then
once you can read tabs and understand what chords are,
yep,
that's like the biggest thing. Like anybody out there that's trying to learn music and trying to become like a decent musician, get a fucking chord book, man. Yep. I stole a Mel Bay chord book. That's how I fucking. But I'm not saying go steal one. Like I just didn't have money, man. I was I was broke. I didn't have money when I was a kid, and I wanted to learn. And I had the internet, but the internet at that time was kind of a pain in the ass.
It was still like a white computer that was a box. It was a giant square.
I'm old as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm old.
I know.
I'm not old yet. I'm not old at all. I'm 33.
I mean, I think we're both close enough in age where that generation that came up with the internet. And
do you remember?
It came out, Do you
remember Oregon Trail?
That old school, like you type in things and somehow that's a video game.
Yeah.
Just compare that to Madden now. It's like, why the fuck did I play this?
Oh my God! Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out, man.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna play that?
Probably. I like all of
Ah,
Rockstar's
dude.
games. Are pretty sweet.
They're fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
They're good games, man.
I'm not like a heavy gamer anymore, but then like a new one will come out and I'll just binge it for 2 days, you know?
Oh yeah, I can't do that. I can't binge gaming. I used to be able to do it, but the thing is, man, like I don't know, my mind runs too fast, you know?
Really? Do you get kind of bored of it quick then?
Well, I don't get bored. I fucking beat myself up.
Yeah.
If I play a video game for 3 hours. And I'm like, dude, you could have done so many other things with
That's
that 3
true.
hours and you just played this fucking video
You're making
game
me
for 3
feel
hours.
like complete shit. I've been playing the new Call of Duty came out like 2 days ago and I've just been gaming it. Like,
dude, don't feel bad. I do it. I still do it.
because what they did, you know
what?
this hype about Fortnite and all these games.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like 100 people get dropped into a map and then you just got to be the one to survive out of 100. So if Call of Duty just stole I don't know if it's stealing, but they just took the concept and made it like 10 times better.
Yeah.
And so that just came out like a day
To be
ago.
honest, man, I never played. Have you played Fortnite?
I hate it.
I haven't even played
I think
it.
it's so dumb, dude. It's like a child's game where I just hate it, dude. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's cartoony. If you shoot at someone, they just hit a button and build a fucking wall. So it's like supposed to be a gun game, but you can't even really duke it out and fight each other. So it just ends up being like Legos, fast-paced
weird.
Legos.
That's lame.
Which I love Legos, but I'm not young enough to love Minecraft. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love Legos. I got a Ghost Rider Lego right there.
I know,
Fucking
dude.
on his bike and shit. He's all badass. Yeah, dude.
You got like the setup out here, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. It's functional, you know.
Oh, get out of here! It's stylish. It's stylish.
But
you know what that is though? Minecraft.
Yeah,
Kids
I
are
know-
addicted.
I know what that shit is.
It's weird.
It's fucking weird. And when I first played it, you know, I was kind of like, this is it. I just build things. Like there's no plot. You know what I mean? There's no like story.
I mean, I loved
they
doing
have
that as a
story
kid
mode
because
now, I think,
with
but-
Legos you created your own story. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing, except that it was in your hands. It was in your room. You could hold them. You created toys. You'd build a ship and like play with it. And with Minecraft, it's the same as anything else where you're just staring at a screen now, you know?
Well, I feel like when you're playing with Legos and like I'm actually thinking back to when I was a kid and when I played with toys. But when you play with toys, you create your own surroundings in your imagination and in your mind.
You
know
would
what I
get
mean?
like a
So
whole thing going, you know?
yeah,
You get characters, they're talking to
dude,
each other.
It would get fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like imagine if we could actually project what our imagination is seeing. You know what I mean? On a screen for somebody to watch.
Like
That would be
85% of Americans
that
would
would
be in jail. If just all your thoughts were just projected on a screen behind you as you walk down the street.
Oh my god! Dude, have you seen that show? It's on Netflix. Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Have you watched that
Yes.
show, dude?
Yeah.
That shit's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah. That's the thing.
gonna
So I think some episodes are more of a reach, like into the deep
nuts.
future, and then
Ozark's
some
good,
of them
too.
are like happening now, and you're like, holy shit, this is like a thing.
Yeah.
There was one episode of that I fear because like social media just like pisses me off sometimes. You know, just the obsession and the newness of it.
It's crazy. I mean, well, the fact that you can literally Facebook Live yourself right now, and
We're doing we're doing that.
The fact that you can do that though,
Yeah.
is crazy.
I'm
bro.
still trying to figure
Ten-
that out. The
Dude,
live, how to
did
go
the
live.
When did the fucking iPhone come out? It was like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a like totally new thing.
That's pretty true. Like 10 years ago, the first smartphone came out.
Yeah.
Now you can push a button and stream what you're doing in real time to the world.
Yeah, dude.
That's 10 years.
Yeah.
From just like a flip phone becoming a piece of glass, and then they figured all that out.
Yeah,
So it's that's a huge step.
So, I mean,
Weird.
it's weird, dude. And
Yeah.
I'm still adapting to it. I feel like a lot of human beings, they don't really realize that they're cyborgs right now. You're walking around as a cyborg, bro.
Yeah.
Like you got the device that can tell you how far the moon is.
I miss
Right now.
I miss dumb people because of it, Because before you'd be like, I don't know where Union Station is. Ah, fuck it, I'll just walk and find my way there. But now it's like you just search anything, any question you have. Someone asks you a question. Like, it's so weird now. You're at the bar and someone's like, oh, do you know what the capital of Canada is? And you're like, no, I don't, but let me look it up for you. Whereas before you'd just be like, no, do you? And it becomes a conversation. You like bring other people into it. It's like a,
yeah, dude, it's crazy. But back to your music. So when
this podcast is gonna get derailed so much. We just went into talking about Black Mirror.
Like, nah, dude, it's all good. It's all good. We love art. We love this is really what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
It's about art, man.
Yeah.
Like, and it's about artists and it's about musicians. It's about people who want to give you something that'll make you go away for a little while, or at least relax for a little while. Like, I love movies. I love art. I love music.
Yeah.
And I just want to bring people on here that enjoy the same things.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we think really similarly on a lot of stuff. I'm the same way as far as like long-term goals of mine. It's mostly just to have a legacy of music that people can check out. And like you said, kind of tune out and fade away, because I just remember how meaningful at certain times in my life listening to the right Pink Floyd or Beatles song when you're in that mood, and then you play that song and you just zone out and you feel it. You really
it's
feel
amazing.
It.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I want other people to feel that, and I want to bring people onto this podcast that don't really have a whole lot of avenues to get their music out.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that right now.
Dude, everybody.
I've changed my name like 6 times.
What was it? It was Lawrence Black for a while.
Yeah. And then I did Francis Reef for a while, and that was
Francis Reef.
And then I realized how cheesy it is to have songs about the beach and have that shit be in your name. I was like, okay, all right.
Dude, that sounds like a fucking extra actor on like fucking Point Break or some shit.
Yeah. He's like smoking a cigarette.
Like a guy that Keanu Reeves hang out with once.
Yeah, he thinks he's like a leading actor in the movie, standing by the trailers. Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Are we filming yet or not? He's always constantly wearing Ray-Bans.
Constantly. Oh, dude, and all of his colors are just yellow and pink.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here? Why is everything yellow and pink, you guys? Enough. Seriously.
But anyways, I'm done switching it because I just realized how, and also I'm done with just like putting out music on SoundCloud or YouTube. Like, I've reset my SoundCloud page 2 or 3 times. I've had up to 20, 30 tracks on there and just taken them down because I've genre hopped a lot. And now looking back, I wish that the hip hop that I was producing when I was like 19 was out there somewhere on Spotify and stuff, and it's not.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of putting out music on these free platforms when music is cheap nowadays. Music couldn't be cheaper. It's like $10 a month. You can listen to any music as much as you want from anywhere.
Dude, I agree.
Don't bitch about paying your $10 a month. Just pay it and be thankful that it's so cheap and accessible.
I have Google Play. It's great. Like when an album comes out, I can look it up right away. I don't have to pay anything. I can listen to the whole album.
There's like no latency.
And what
it's
I
like
do
out
is,
right then.
Dude, what I do
from
is
your phone.
I'll check shit out on Google Play on a streaming service, and then I'll go out and buy that album. Like I went to the record store the other day. I picked up Liz Phair.
Yeah.
You like Liz Phair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know Liz Phair at all. I was trying to be agreeable.
Well,
dude, I'm not the guy to throw names at because I'll be like, Zeppelin. I only know
after we're
older
done,
stuff.
I'll play. I got it on there on the record player right over there right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll play.
You still got the traditional vinyl setup. That's cool.
Oh, of course, dude. Of course.
Man, I had that in college, and so this is a good story. So so my sophomore year of college, I
settle up, kids.
Yeah, I always had a single room. I never wanted roommates. I was cool with living with people, but I wanted my space because I moved to California for school. So I was far away, and I just wanted my space. But my sophomore year, I had the option to move in with 10 girls.
What?
And I was like,
whoa.
Sounds fun. Yeah, let's do it. And it was cool, man, but they broke a bunch of my shit.
What?
Yes.
What did they break?
Like that's why I thought of this whole thing. My record player, like I would just come home after a weekend of debauchery. Like we lived in a party town, so I was doing the same shit as them. But
yeah.
But then my shit's all broken, and they broke my record player, man. I used to
bullshit,
I used to get kind of drunk and just sit there looking at the ocean and listening to Bob Marley records, and then One
it was
day
a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And record players are cheap, but I don't know what it was where I didn't just immediately
if somebody broke my record player, I'd be really upset.
Yeah, I was.
I bet.
Sure.
I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the goals.
Among other things, by the way, living with 10 girls. That was wild,
Dude,
man.
I bet that was crazy.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
It was fun, man. My whole college experience is like a total shit show of skipping class to surf and like go write songs on the beach. Like I learned about music during college from some really influential professors and from just playing. And being inspired by where I lived. I was out in Santa Barbara. It's beautiful.
Nice.
It's too easy to skip class there. And I recommend going there for college to anybody. Forget about your frat and forget about your diploma. That's not what college is about, people. You got to find yourself.
Yes, that is what college is about. That's what being young is about, man.
Yeah.
I feel like when I went to college, it wasn't, I didn't go to like a big fancy college. I went to community college and I took classes and then I took online classes and stuff like that. But I never got my degree because they stopped giving me money.
Yeah. Same here, man.
You make too much money. I'm like, dude, I make $15 an hour. That's too much money. Like, whoa. I don't think you realize where I live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's different
It's expensive in college, man. You're working to pay the bills out. You're on your own. I mean, everyone does it differently, and some people get paid their way.
Yeah.
DC, I meet a lot of chicks nowadays where they get their way paid, and I'm not salty about it, but it's funny because it's such a different experience from what I had. I was working my way, the whole time. Second I moved out there, I actually didn't start school. I moved in October. I didn't start till the spring semester because I had to get a job, had to work.
Yeah.
Worked at a fucking tattoo shop. Shout out to Precious Slut Tattoo Company, man. I love those guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, check them out. Seriously.
Yeah. They got a couple locations in Vegas and one out in SB. Yeah. So.
Oh, nice.
But that was like my first job.
Let's cue in. Let's do a song.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, let's do a song. So we're gonna showcase. This is part of this podcast. We're showcasing musicians and they're play some original music for you, and that's part of what this is all about. And enjoy Lawrence Rio.
Yeah. So I was actually joking with my friend the other day. My earlier catalog when I was out in Santa Barbara surfing all the time, hanging out, is just so nice and easygoing sounding, and I was in a good place, And then I don't know what happened where like my heart was broken.
Oh no.
Where it just took a turn.
Oh no.
So then there's this like turn period, and then now I've got all this rock stuff I'm working on. But we were talking about the college days, so I'll play something. It's an old song,
Oh, cool, man! Awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
Kind of
some OG.
Yeah, this is an old one, man. And again, like I wish I had my stuff out there, but some people out in California heard this live, so I guess that counts for something, right? Sick of the rules, sick of a couple lost. Sick of the school, sick of the trouble caused. I just wanna be off the leash at the beach. I'm loving my crew, catching a party wave. Chugging a brew, but I can hardly wait to close my eyes, lay in the sand and get tan. I wanna go outside. Call me beach bum till the day I die. I'll be surfing till the night. I want to go outside. Call me beach bum till the day I die. I'll be surfing till the night. And rainy days are a rarity, but rainy days give me clarity. The clouds will pass and the rain will grow the grass. Was doing my best but sick of the East mentality. Moved to the West but sick of police brutality. I want to be free with the tree by the sea. I want to go outside. Call me beach bum till the day I die. I'll be surfing till the night. Wanna go outside. Call me beach bum till the day I die. I'll be surfing till the night. whether it's high tide or low tide, sunset or sunrise, I'm giving out the good vibes and soaking up the sunshine, whether it's high tide or low tide, sunset or sunrise, I'm giving out the good, the good, the good. Oh, 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 oh. I wanna go outside. Call me beach bum till the day I die. I'll be surfing till the night. I said, wanna go outside. Call me beach bum till the day I die. I'll be surfing till the night.
All right, dude.
All right.
That was awesome, bro.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what this is all about. What's the name of that song?
It's called High Tide or Low Tide.
High Tide or Low Tide.
Yep.
Awesome. Do you have that recorded?
Yeah, I got it in progress. It's not out there though, so.
Okay. Dude, that was great, man.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you so much for playing that.
Love
awesome.
that track, yeah. When I was in college, I had this professor. He's a total badass. He owns this studio in Central California, and he's like this old school producer that will call you out if you suck or tell you if you suck, you know, which is good in music. You need people to tell you that stuff.
Yeah, it's important.
So we
Constructive criticism is always important, man.
It can be hard to take, but you got to take it and you got to learn from it. So we had this end of the year thing. It was a big show, and you had to audition to play in it. And basically, you come in with your song, and if he liked you and you got in, he would produce your song with the whole band behind you.
Nice.
Yeah. So I went in and I played, I think it might have been that song or maybe a different song, but he was like, yeah, I played the whole thing. And, you know, this is in front of like 25 people in this studio. He's like, no, that's not going to work. I'm like, what?
Oh, damn.
Yeah. He's like, you don't write choruses. I think it was that song. He's like, you don't write choruses.
Oh, weird.
So I was like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, your chorus is kind of just another verse. So I went home.
I guess he was talking like a hook. He was looking for a hook.
Yes, he said you need a hook. You need a chorus.
I gotcha.
Because most
great advice.
Yeah, very important. So then I went home and I was pissed off. You know, I was like, I don't know, 18, 19, whatever. And I'm just like pissed off, sitting there thinking like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Of course he did.
That fucking asshole.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I wanted to go
Fuck
back.
him.
So anyways, I got over myself and I just sat there and I wrote that hook. It was, I wanna go outside. I just like that whole part of the song I just added to it overnight. And I went back in the next day. They were still doing the auditions for the show and I played it for him again. And I said, hey, I wrote a hook. Played it and he was like, all right, great, we'll do it. And so I performed that and I have that video. It's great. I performed that with this whole band at Santa Barbara City College, and it was awesome. It was a fun performance. Everyone had fun with the song. It turned out really great.
Cool.
So,
what about since that's an older song?
Yeah, totally.
Obviously, you're gonna want to play a newer song.
Yes, that's true.
And as far as when you gotta play some new stuff too, man. But like as far as like my catalog, when I think about my music, I mean, I've written so many fucking songs.
Yes.
That I feel like I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah.
When I put out my next record, it's going to be a collection of those songs.
Yes.
That catalog, so to speak.
Well, the thing I want to do, so I'm releasing a rock album soon.
Cool.
And what I want to do is I want it to be an album. I listen to a lot of old classic rock. You listen to Pink Floyd and it's an album. You don't just listen to a song. You listen to the whole thing. Yeah, dude. So it's not Floyd, but I want to put out an album where everything sounds like rock. It's all kind of the same vibe. So songs like that, hopefully I'm going to release more of like a chilled out reggae thing in the future. Nice. But it's kind of getting thrown on the back burner for now,
I feel you. Yeah. You're feeling this rock thing right now. You want to put you want to put this thing out and then move on to the next thing. Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that.
What I like about rock is that like the way I'm recording this album, it's raw. It's just going to be 2 guitars, a bass, and drums and vocals. and it's all live takes. It's not like EDM, man, where you're sitting there and programming it out. It's like, I'm going to stand there and play the fucking song on these different instruments, and it's all together. And I mean, it's fun and it's raw. And like, usually I've found that the first or second take is the best. I'll sit there for 7 hours trying to do one take on one little thing and not get it right. Yeah. But usually if I just listen to that first take and I just go with it, it sounds great.
Sometimes it comes out perfect too. Like the second take, and recording music is so much different than playing live. Oh yeah. And especially if you consider yourself a producer of any kind, where you're producing a song or you're writing a song and you're recording it too, and you're wearing all these hats. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's in this DIY mentality, you can literally, oh yeah, grab a beer, dude, grab a beer. You can literally fucking do it all on your own. You don't need anybody to front you a bunch of money and put you in a high class studio. You can record a dope demo without all that shit.
Yeah, so I might shop this album around a little bit to see if anyone wants to like do marketing 8,000 times better than I'll be able to. But as far as the recording, I'm producing and recording it myself. Is that the smartest decision? I don't know, man, but I've already invested a lot in this home studio, so I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make it happen.
Isn't that what Dave Grohl did, though? I mean, and that's also what his thing? That's exactly what Dave Grohl did, man. When Nirvana was no longer a band, and Kurt Cobain had killed himself, and Nirvana was no longer a band.
He was like looking for, what am I gonna do now? He's this badass musician.
Dude, he took a break, and then he decided, you know what, fuck this. I need to get out of this funk that I'm in. And
it must have been hard as hell too.
Dude, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. But he went into a studio, recorded all of the tracks himself, and that was the first Foo Fighters record. Cool. If anybody's ever watched, like, they have a great documentary. It's oh fuck, man, I can't remember the name of it. But if you look up Foo Fighters documentaries, you'll probably find it through Google.
That guy is really, like, secretly an assassin too. Like, he's just such a badass that it's not just me. I don't know what it is, man. He broke his leg, and I saw him on this tour like 2 years ago. His leg was in a cast, and he's sitting on this throne with like 8 guitars. Yeah, and the show was amazing. I mean, his performance, the way they compensated for the fact that he was injured, like, he didn't cancel the tour. He went on with it. So I think I saw like their first show of that tour, where it was like the Broken Leg tour. Oh my God.
That's fucking cool.
Dude, they were awesome. And I snuck to the front row too.
Really?
So it was it was in a football stadium, and there was this storm came through. And during the storm, there was lightning, so they were announcing, like, everybody take cover. So you had thousands of people that are there.
Oh my God!
Yeah, as if it's the end of the world. It's just like it's just a little rain, some lightning. But people all went into kind of the wings of the stadiums. I was up in the seats. I just ran it, jumped the fence, got up to the front row.
Ninja style.
Yeah, I was soaking wet. I like stayed in the field during the storm, but I was among another like 200 people that did the same thing. And we all just went up to the front row and just waited because Foo Fighters were next. So then,
that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Me and my friend Brandon snuck backstage to meet Dave Grohl. Oh, and shit. Brandon had snuck backstage like 5 times already, so they knew who he was. So when
he knows his way around.
When I came with him, they all darted for him, dude, and I just kept walking.
Nice. They assumed you were cool.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, so where was that? Where'd you guys sneak in?
This was at Merriweather.
And he just knew like which way to go?
He
did it 5 times, right?
He did it 5 times, and he lost his shirt on like the 3rd time. So
okay.
He found it, and somebody gave him a shirt. Or
that's kind of a giveaway when there's a shirtless guy trying to sneak through security.
Man walking backstage, something's not okay.
That's what I do at TSA now, because they they want to, like, I don't know, they want to touch me every time I go through there.
Oh my God,
they like pull me aside, so I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna go through in my boxers.
I'm just gonna get molested. It's fine.
Yeah,
just molest me.
Just do your worst. Yeah.
But so they grab him. And I just acted like I belonged there.
Did you get to meet Dave Grohl?
Yes, I got up side stage, and they were like, there were people that probably paid a lot of money. I feel bad about this because I did not pay that money to be there. there's
Fuck him. Come on the podcast with a cold, you know?
Oh, yeah. But I feel bad about it. But Dave, I watched them play their whole side set. I get a text message from my friend Brandon, and he's like, I stole a golf cart, and I'm giving people rides.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, who is this Brandon guy?
Dude, he lives in California. He's a music teacher. He's a wonderful person.
I feel like that's not true at all, and this is like a Fight Club moment where this is your second ego. You went through security. You actually got tackled, like escaped.
Yeah.
Like Brandon is maybe like a part of you. I don't know.
I know. I'm not going to say his last name because that's not cool, but he's a good dude. And basically at the end of their set when they were done playing, he came side stage and I shook his hand and I was like, dude, like I was starstruck and I was just like, you know, oh my God, you're the biggest influence ever on my music.
Yeah.
Like I really, really dig your shit, man. Like, thank you. And he was like, dude, awesome. Thank you. You know, I got to go though.
I hate that, man. Being starstruck.
And he
I do that.
Dipped.
I get that too sometimes.
He dipped.
Isn't that so goofy though? You look back on it, like I guess what you said was kind of cool. I don't know.
I mean, I hope it was cool.
Yeah,
like,
you probably had that goofy look in your eye though. Like,
oh, dude, totally. You know, and he like that's probably why he dipped out because I was probably like,
yeah,
you know, like,
yeah,
you
dude,
know?
that happened to
like,
me too.
And he's
man.
like, ugh, you know.
You can't see it anymore because I got my guitar repaired by fucking. I'm not gonna. No, I was gonna say the name of the shop.
He repaired his guitar while he was fucking.
I was fucking and I just did it. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Multi-talented. No, I was about to say the name of the shop, but I won't call them out like that. Oh, okay. But they fucked up big time because I got my guitar signed like right here by Kelly Slater.
What?
Yeah, greatest surfer of all time.
Oh my God,
pretty
dude,
much
that's amazing.
like $1 million signature in my mind. I mean,
whoa.
I don't know if it's actually worth $1 million, but anyways, he signed my guitar in Trestles in San Clemente, and I brought it to this guitar shop to get my bridge repaired, and they fucking like scratched off the signature, sort of. Like it's very faint now. But I have photos of me meeting him and with the.
Oh, that's cool.
With this, but anyways, I was the same way as you with Dave Grohl, man. I was like, I was holding my guitar. I had hiked a mile with my guitar to just potentially get it signed by him, and it actually happened. When I went up to him, I was just like, "Yo, I'm such a big fan." I probably sounded like such an asshole.
Dude, I love you.
Yeah, I was like, you're part of the reason I surf, man.
Dude, bro,
yeah, I just sounded
so
like,
pitted, so pitted.
Yeah. Dude, that was one of the best days ever, man. So I was actually surfing in San Diego.
Nice.
I didn't know that there was a pro surf contest only a few miles up the beach, right?
Whoa.
I didn't even know that. I was just surfing, having a great day.
Did you join the contest?
I'm not that good. But I was it was a good day to be out. So I was out there having a good time, and then we go to the beach and people are like talking about it on the beach that the Trestles Pro's going. It was like the Swatch Pro or something. And so we go up there. I'm with this girl. We were traveling the California coast, so it was just total like vacation time. You know, we didn't really have any responsibility. We end up having sex in the bathroom.
Is it okay? Is she gonna? Whoa!
I'm not throwing names out there, man.
all right.
But we had sex in the bathroom on the beach. Like right there, and then I walk.
That's very sanitary.
Just picture this. I have crabs. No, this whole podcast was an excuse to get the word out. No. So, but just picture this day. So I'm surfing, then I have sex, then like an hour later I meet like my hero and he signs my guitar, and I was like,
dude, that's amazing.
This is a pretty good vacation, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
bro.
It was really a good day.
Don't you just love that shit? When you have one of those days where it's just an amazing day and nothing's wrong, you've got all your shit together, no, you know, there's no fucking problems, no stress, and you get laid and like and everything.
That's
goes
always
right
got to
in
be
your
a
life.
part of it for guys, though. It's like, and
Well,
also
for
I got
girls
laid.
too, man. Women
That's
women
the truth.
love
Yeah,
sex, bro.
That's true.
They do, and and sometimes, they don't. Just like sometimes guys don't, which is not true. Actually, that's not a true statement. I'm pretty sure men.
I don't know. I think all people are different. I mean, guys are different too. There's guys, I'm sure.
There's guys where it's like, dude, it's raw. It's raw. I can't go anymore. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
It's raw.
Look, it's raw. It's raw.
What kind of sex are you having, bro? This guy's into a tantric, like 9 hours of just going at it.
No,
that's what
no.
that's what the Parsons.
I'm like 5 seconds, bro.
1, 2,
literally
3,
and 4, like a short
nap.
5 seconds. That was way too fat. That was way like.
I counted too slow.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the Mississippi's in my head.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Yeah, it's a little. It's
like 1, 2, 3.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh!
It always gets cut off.
Sometimes I don't
5.
even make it. Sometimes
that's
I don't
such
even make
bullshit.
It
by the way, I don't like that. No, first of all, you're full of shit. But I don't like that.
I'm just joking around.
I don't like that people even say that. I could be crazy, but like I've never had sex and then like what's the joke, like the one pump chump, like
what?
Like
I've never heard
where
this.
you last like 2 seconds. I'm like, who does that?
Me?
Okay, maybe you're not lying about it.
No, I'm not.
Really defending this.
I'm obviously exaggerating.
Yeah.
I'm obviously exaggerating. But it's like that movie American Pie when it just doesn't happen for him. But no, that's never happened to me. But
yeah,
I like to joke around about it.
Okay,
because it's funny.
That's what the Parsons podcast is all about.
Oh yeah, it's about dick jokes and farts and fucking music.
It was only a matter of time, people.
It was only a matter of time until we start talking about our cocks.
Yeah. Oh god damn it.
Oh fuck. And there it is. It's done forever.
Well. It was great.
Speaking of cocks, this next song. No.
Oh god damn it. Hey, I got a few.
But no, we were talking about your new music.
Yeah.
And so you've got all this. You want to put out a rock album.
Yeah, it's hard to get in that vibe here, man, because the backdrop, the Marley tapestry, it brings me back to college because I lived in Isla Vista, which is this square mile of like 1 million people between the ages of 18 and 22. So it is a total shit show of just partying and enjoying yourselves and being surrounded by your peers. But I think every single house had a Bob Marley One Love tapestry.
Here's the thing. I feel like even though I'm doing a podcast and I have people on my podcast, they can't hate on me having Bob Marley.
No, I'm not hating, dude. It brings me back.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a universal, like, what's up, bro? Let's do this. You know what I mean? It's
without
like,
saying it, it's
if
like
you don't like
you
Bob
see the
Marley,
tapestry.
You probably don't want to be on my podcast, bro.
Well,
that's weird.
He's one of those artists who's shocking to watch. When you watch him perform live, he's always in the zone. He never hits a wrong note, whether it's guitar or vocally. Like, he always is just so musical.
Pristine, man.
Yeah.
Pristine.
And soulful, and it's cool to watch. I always love watching him live.
Yeah.
I never got to see him actually live, but like watching his videos.
Not me either, man. I got to see the Wailers. I smoked.
Awesome.
I smoked weed with them, and
No way.
Yeah, I smoked weed with the Wailers.
Smoked weed with the Wailers,
and I got really sick. I got super sick. I got some.
Was
kind
there
of, like,
weed?
flu.
Some kind of like Jamaica strong?
Oh, dude, it was probably from some other fucking American.
But I'm saying, was
that
it like
room.
stronger than?
But
you? Why'd you get sick?
Dude, they stole my weed.
What?
Yeah.
The Wailers stole your weed.
They stole my weed.
No way.
Yeah, and
That's
I was
fucking
fine with
crazy.
it.
That's
I
a
was fine
crazy
with
story. What? You just look in
don't
your
know.
pockets. You're like, well, it's the
The thing
Wailers.
is, to be fair, I don't think it was an intentional thing. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like, and it might have not even been one of the Wailers that did it, but
I don't know, man.
it disappeared.
I don't know.
That's all I know. That's all. I'm not making any.
That's a cool story. The Wailers stole your weed. That's like an album title.
It's if anything, I should write a song about it. Like,
Really?
it was really dope. I remember I called my boy Tim and I was like, "Dude, I'm about to smoke weed with the Wailers. You need to give me some
That's
weed."
cool.
And he
That's so cool.
and he was like, "Oh, I got you, bro. I got you, bro."
Yeah.
And then like and then we got really sick. Both of us got super sick. It was terrible. It was terrible. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I
Both
don't
of us got super
That
sick
story takes
at
such
the
a
end.
weird dark turn. You're like,
Dude,
and then we were just
no, like if it was like a regular cold, I wouldn't even remember it, but it was not a regular cold.
It was like a food poisoning type stuff. You're like cold sweats.
Yeah, dude, it was like I'm dead now. But that was fun. But yeah, I thought it was a good universal thing to have on here, you know. And Bob Marley, I love Bob Marley.
Yeah,
and I love all that kind of music. But
it's like, isn't it shocking? Young people now that don't really. I don't know if they don't know Bob or if they don't know Marvin Gaye, but they know like the Kygo remix, Marvin you know, Gaye. Which is a cool remix. I like that actually. But the original is great too. And Marvin Gaye's original, I mean, his music is like a far and beyond whatever the fuck DJs out there. Hear me out. Yeah. You can diddle your dick and try your best, but you're not gonna make his albums any better than they already are. So like, it's funny.
True, that's true.
But I wonder if these young people, kids listening to EDM and remixes, like know the original stuff or not.
I think a lot of them do.
Hopefully.
Like the ones that are really take EDM seriously. Like I know a bunch of EDM producers, and they're wonderful people, man.
Yeah.
Like, and they really do love music. I think what the problem is, though,
but I'm not talking about the producers. I'm talking about like just the average person going to the concert, the festival goers, the festival goers, the raccoon hat wearing.
I got you, man.
Like 16-year-old chicks wearing way less clothes than they should.
The EDM scene is not my scene.
Yeah, like the whole festival thing is weird.
I'm not hating on it, but I'm just not into that. Dude.
Never been to a rave, you know?
Dude, it's just not my thing.
It's because we play though. It's because we're musicians.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's because we play music, you know, and we'd like to see live bands, and we'd like to see live musicians playing their music and doing their thing, and especially local artists, dude. There's so much talent in this area, like where we live. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great bands, but you have to go to DC to see.
Here's what I don't like about this area. It's not the acts, it's not the talent that exists here. Because you're right about that. It's the lack of outlet. I'll go to a jam in DC in Georgetown, and you got 50 people there ready to play, and some of those guys that grace the stage are like real badasses at whatever instrument they play, whether it's guitar or drums.
Dude,
I mean, like serious badasses. But then all of us talk about day jobs as we smoke cigarettes outside. We're like, we're talking about how we make money because none of us get paid to play, and then people are paying like what the fuck, $2,000 to go see a music festival of DJs, and I'm like,
it's true, man.
Come on, man. Where's the money going?
It's like, wow, okay, so you want to watch this dude spin some records and spin some stuff that he produced in private, like already made it sound amazing. Like he's not really playing an instrument.
No.
Like, but they do add effects and they do stuff like that.
There's DJs I respect.
And there's DJs where they actually use vinyl. But there's also this other
for
part
musicians,
of it.
there's a huge but always for them.
Oh, of course, dude. I mean, they're not playing the song. You're not playing the song you produced live. Yeah. There's a difference.
And if you haven't had calluses on your fucking fingers,
dude,
from weeks of like trying to write something new,
you're not cutting your teeth, bro.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's just a different type of musician, and they get a lot of respect nowadays. I don't have no respect.
I'm not
for
hating
them,
on that at all.
But I do.
I'm not hating on it.
But it's sad that live bands are underappreciated today. Like severely.
It's prevalent. It's very prevalent.
It's severe too. It's fucking everywhere.
Well, that's why I said you have to go to DC, man.
There's pockets.
If you want to see live shows, you got to go to DC. At Fairfax, there used to be a lot more venues and a lot more avenues for you to play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's changed. That has changed because of EDM.
Well, look at it from the bar standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a few options here. We can pay a band $500 to come in on a Friday and play. Now, 500 is not a lot if they got to split it between 5 people. You know, it's $100 each. So that's not necessarily a lot for a band, but whatever. They're getting paid. They come in and play $500. Or they could hire a DJ to come in, one dude to hit play. Not to fucking belittle what DJs do. And I know there's like a high level to it and there's like a base level, but they're hit and play. And especially on the local type of just going to a bar and just getting that kind of gig. So the bar can pay them, you know, $150, $200 for one guy They're spending less money. The DJ's doing less work. It kind of works out for both parties. Who's the loser of the situation? My opinion, the audience.
Musicians and
the
audience,
audience, man. That's the thing is like, you can say the musicians lose, and we do, but it's true, also man. The fucking audiences. And if you haven't been to a live performance of a band that you love or an artist that you respect that's playing something in front of you and been touched by that and experienced that, if you haven't yet done that, I say go out and do that. It's amazing.
So important. It's so important.
It might change your mind if you're a festival goer who just goes to the DJ stage.
It might help you experience music in a different way. I feel like a lot of kids, they're listening to EDM and they're listening to specific types of genres and stuff that aren't even real musicians playing the music. It's automated. It's like synthesizers and just auto done. Like even with Pro Tools, man, it's crazy what you can do with Pro Tools. I feel like anybody can record a song and make it sonically sound perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole auto tune thing. Dude, like you don't really have to be a singer
crazy,
now, which is annoying.
But that's why when you go see somebody do something like that live, and they don't need all of these special things that make you sound good. They just sound good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better than listening to a track that somebody spent months working on.
I've always looked at it as perfect. Two different experiences.
Totally.
So
totally.
Maybe I'm just a music nerd, but when I'm at a concert, I tend to like lock into watching and listening and experiencing it. And I'm probably like totally just like fully engrossed in the experience. But with going to hear an EDM track or even some rap concerts, definitely depends on the artist. Because I love hip-hop, I love rap, and I think that some rappers are more of a real performer, and then some are more of just like playing their tracks. But any kind of music where they're just kind of playing their track, it's like a party to me. It's not the same as seeing a concert. It's like, okay, I'm just here to dance, to drink, to be with my friends, which is fun. So there's so much fun to be had at festivals and in the EDM, any music scene. There's fun to be had, but it's different. And there's something amazing and magical about watching a band in front of you create this sound experience, right before your eyes. It's different.
That's so true, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you listen to their record and you've really learned their songs. Like when you go see a band and you're just so excited to see that band and you're like, oh my God, I hope they play this one song. Everybody has that moment at a concert where you're just like, oh, I hope they play this song. And then they play it and it's like, oh, yes. This is the moment I was waiting for all night.
That's true. That's true.
And you hear it and you're just like, your just soul and your heart filled with joy. It's a wonderful experience. And I feel like that you don't really get that when you see a DJ, bro.
Not really.
I don't feel like that is the same.
I mean, it's like...
Or maybe it is with this recorded song.
It's like, oh, this is my song, but it's not the same.
But when you see a musician play the song that you love...
Well, there's subtle differences. There's subtle differences. Live performers
it's amazing, bro.
Sometimes they really change it up, which no one loves that. No one loves when the song sounds nothing like the recording that you're dying to hear live.
Dude, it happens too.
It happens, but
it's rare. It's rare if you're seeing a good band.
Yeah,
that you love.
But the subtle differences are awesome. That's something to actually enjoy and appreciate. Is like, their live performance, the way this song sounds. I've been listening to this at home or in my car all the time, regularly, and I love it. But now, it's something different. There's some different. The solos are different. Maybe even the way they sing it is a little different.
They got to change it up a little bit. Yeah. They have to make it like something fresh for them.
But
too.
we know that. But I'm saying the listeners don't think about this shit, man. The people that go to concerts don't always think about that, especially young people. Because I think that this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Not even musical. We came up with the internet. We came up with the emergence of this crazy new technology that unifies people, and there's amazing benefits.
It connects you, and
it connects you
and helps you communicate.
But
it also never been able to do before.
But it can disconnect you. There's pros and cons like anything.
Yeah.
And technology changing, music is changing too, and the kids that come up and teenagers that are going out and whatever they like, like whatever you want. I mean, that's what life is about, is having choices and falling in love with things, even if it's music and artists. And, I think that young people should have their free reign. If EDM's their thing, go with it. But I think they should experience a band. They should experience.
They should go see a live band. Though.
It's something different.
It is different, and if you're not doing that, you have to. Like there was I host an open mic night every Sunday and Monday at Fat Tuesdays, both in Warrenton and in Fairfax. Sunday nights is in Warrenton, Virginia, and then Monday nights is in Fairfax, Virginia. But I'll have people at the end of the night, they'll be drunk and they'll want to play a track, like a rap track, like I'm a DJ, and it's like, dude, it's open mic night.
Yeah,
like that's not what I do, and I feel like it's become this thing where people are used to just requesting songs from.
Okay, they think it's straight up just like
they just think that it's like, oh yeah, it's the same thing, whatever.
But let me ask you, do they want you to play a backing track and they're gonna sing over it?
No.
Okay.
Well, I tried to encourage that.
Yeah, because that's still a performance. That's still a performance.
I tried to encourage them, and I was like, you have to perform with it. It's open mic night, but they just wanted to hear the song. And it's like, damn. No. If I had I had more musicians out here, hope maybe you wouldn't feel that way, or maybe I'm not. And it makes me question myself, or what I'm doing, And I'm just like, damn. Just want me to play a song. That's cool, but it's not really what I'm doing,
Yeah, not at all. I mean, that's not what an open mic is. I mean,
it's not.
At first, I thought you just meant like, oh, play the track and I'm going to rap over it. That's cool. That's awesome.
Well, at first it started like that, but then they just started requesting songs.
Yeah. Like, what do you think this is right now?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? Somebody play a song, please.
Yeah.
Please come to my open mic night and play music.
The talent level at open mic nights, too. Like,
it's pretty cool, though.
It varies, but being around the
country.
People
around here, man. Dude, there's so many good fucking
DC's
musicians, man, and it's wild because they come out in droves and they really like a lot of them. You can just tell that they really worked hard on their music.
This is what I don't like though. You go to a place with an open jam or open mic, and let's say there's 60 people there, like maybe 10 of them are friends that were brought there to listen. And then there's basically no people just there to listen in general. Like they weren't brought there by one of the people playing. So maybe 2 people. So that's 12. So you got 10 people that were brought there by someone that's going to play. Then you got 2 people that just wanted to go hear some music. And then you got like, I suck at math.
It's true.
You got 48 people that are there to play. So it's like there's all this talent just playing for fucking walls and each other. And it's nice to support each other, but it would be,
here's where I'm like, I really appreciate that part though, because it allows you to network.
Yes.
If you're showing up to a place that is a popular place and they have good food and they have good drinks and and they take care of their fucking patrons, and they're a good establishment, and you have a lot of people coming there, and it's a good vibe. It's a great networking opportunity as a musician.
That's how we met.
Yeah, that's exactly how we met. So I mean, I think it's really important, and I want to see that grow. I want to see more places in our area, and I don't want people to feel like they have to go to fucking DC or to a major city just to meet people.
Well, I've always considered DC is our area. It kind of sucks if you're in the suburbs, but it is our area.
That's true. That's
not too bad.
That's true. But
even DC should have more venues.
They should have more venues. I just feel like there should be more venues, period, in Virginia. Yeah. You know what I mean? And because in Maryland too, I feel like there's not enough. I feel like musicians have to, compete with each other to get good gigs. I feel like it comes down to, what is your draw and blah, 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 and have you done the work? And I know that's important. That's an important part of it. You have to market yourself. You have to get yourself out there. But at the same time, I feel like it's a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. I feel like there should be a little bit easier. Like I feel like when I was playing a lot of original music and playing shows, it was easy to book a show. It wasn't difficult. There were tons of places to choose from. Like people came out and saw live music. It was an awesome thing. But it's changed, bro.
That sucks.
And I feel like with the internet, now we can fix that. in a way.
Well, you have to
You know
think
what I
too.
mean? Or add a different element.
I don't know who the fuck will listen to this podcast, but
I don't know either.
But let me just say, if it's not just musicians, maybe it's people that work at venues, work at places with stages, or even places, people that own venues. The thing is, like, it's on them too. It's like, do you guys want to give this experience to your crowd? Do you want to have a live performer come through? I mean, you can talk about draw and talk about this and that, but the fact is, are you getting a draw? This is your bar.
You have to promote it, and I feel like a lot of bars and a lot of venues that aren't maybe necessarily a music venue, but they have music, they don't get the aspect.
They half-ass it. What they do is they half-ass it.
They don't get the aspect of promoting a live musician and what that really is. They don't. They've gotten used to this DJ mentality where they're hiring DJs, and then a band will come in, and they don't. They're just like, what? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you want this? What do you mean you're not going to guarantee fucking 100 college kids? Like a lot of DJs.
You can throw it back at them. Like, what do you mean you're not going to guarantee? Like,
yeah, it's like, okay.
Are you guys going to have the 100 college kids without me then? Like, are you saying that I'm going to come in and prevent them from showing up? No, fuck no, you're not.
It's just strange, dude. I remember when we used to play. We used to have like 3 bands on a bill. Okay, we have like 3 bands. And then we would take $5-10 at the door. That's you, bro. $5-10 at the door. And then we would split it at the end of the night, and it was a fair thing. But people were actually coming out to see you play. It's not like that anymore. Like, nobody's coming. Nobody comes to see live music. And I'm trying to figure out why. Like, in this area, like, and
well, here
when I started,
I don't want to douche our area because I love DC. I'm from DC, so I do love it.
Yeah,
there's a lot changing about DC. Okay, I drove the other day about 10-minute drive, right? 10 minutes, starting around National Harbor. I was over there. This is like a little work drive. 10 minutes. I passed National Harbor, which is the MGM as well. National Harbor, Navy Yard, and the wharf. Within 10 minutes, I drive by these 3 new developments. Now, don't get me wrong. I love, for example, the wharf has the new music venue, the Anthem. So that's cool.
That place is
That's
awesome.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But these are 3 different areas that are nothing compared to what I grew up with. I grew up in D.C. So I'm like looking around at this city that's new. It's not where I grew up. It's like, what the fuck is happening here? This is a new place. It's changing. I'm not against change, but
me either.
But you know how that kind of change comes about,
I'm hoping for a resurgence, man. I'm hoping for a fucking revolution where like bands are a hot thing to see again.
DC is not a music city right now.
It really isn't, man.
But it should be.
It should be. That's the goal, right?
Well, look at this. LA is the #1 worst traffic in the country. They say DC is the 2nd worst.
They say DC is the 2nd.
So what does that mean? Why is there so much traffic? Because there's so many people. So there's a lot of people here. It's not a people issue. It's just more a matter of what do people like to spend their time doing. Now, this is a family city, a family-oriented city. You got a lot of government employees that they work for the government. They want a stable type of lifestyle. That doesn't always mesh with the same people that go to see crazy rock shows and stuff.
That's not necessarily our demographic anyway, though. Like, our demographic is college kids, and I feel like a lot of college kids would rather go see a DJ than see a live band.
I mean, but there's plenty of colleges in this area. There's for sure colleges.
That's true.
But you're right. Like, maybe it's just what they want to do, and
that's what they want, man.
That's why I was saying before, encourage,
that's
young people to go out and listen to bands.
That's why Incubus was way ahead of the fucking curve, because they had a DJ in their band, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Like, they were way ahead of the curve. They were like, we know where this is going, motherfuckers.
Shout out to the 90s. Like, Sugar Ray. Like, all their they had a good drummer, but they had the little DJ scratches behind it.
Of course they did. Dude, come on, man. They knew.
And those songs are great. I actually like that they had a DJ.
Dude, I love Sugar Ray.
But
you guys remember 107.3?
Mix.
Christ.
Mix 107.3.
Mix 107.3.
I don't think that exists anymore, man. 107.3 is a different station.
It's gone. It's gone now.
Then again, terrestrial radio is also gone.
Dude,
Who the fuck listens to that? We have
no.
podcasting now.
Yeah,
listen to podcasts, people.
Everybody's listening to podcasts.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, dude, me too.
They're entertaining. I can just pull them up on my
Yep.
phone.
It's fucking right there, super available. It's on every platform.
I'm bored. I'm driving. I'm like,
I'm just gonna listen to this fucking asshole talk about some stupid shit.
Yeah,
you know, and it's fun.
But not us. But not us. No, this is meaningful. This has meaning.
This is real shit, bro. Like, you don't know, man. No. It
Focus.
is real shit. It is real shit.
Let's say focus at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Focus. Did you notice I whispered it? I tried to do something subliminal there.
Ooh, something like hiding the focus.
All right, now stare at the cameras and do it. 1, 2, 3.
Focus.
That's weird. That's so weird.
Thanks for making it weird, bro. Thanks for making the podcast weird.
It is what it is.
Well, I want you to play another song. I want
Yeah,
you to play
I'll
a
do
newer
that.
song for us. And let's hear some original Lawrence Rio music, man. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, so I was saying before, I had that kind of chill, I feel like I'm sitting at the beach vibe. I have a lot of songs like that. I also have a lot of love for rock and roll.
Of course.
My sister's
we
in a
all love
punk
rock
rock
and roll,
band. Shout out Capital Offender,
Ooh,
Trish Rex. You guys,
nice.
one of the best rock bands in DC.
Really?
Hands down. You got to see them live to understand it.
Oh, shit.
They're one of those
are they
bands.
Are they playing anytime soon?
I don't have a gig to plug, but I'm pretty, off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure they have 3 gigs in DC over the next month.
Nice.
They play over at, I don't want to shout out a bunch of fucking venues. Anyways, Capital Offender, look them up. They're cool.
All right, cool.
But, going to punk rock shows, they used to exist in LA, and they moved out here, and then I moved out here from Santa Barbara. So, we both went west and came back east.
Nice.
And I got to see their band kind of evolve and change, but it's always been badass. They've always been sweet live. And seeing them, I also get to see their openers or their headliners and other rock bands. And there's something about a live rock show that's really fucking fun. Really
Dude,
fun.
For sure. Dude, fucking live rock shows are the best ever.
Yeah.
Well, we got Lawrence Rio again, you guys. He's going to play an original song for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, this song is about losing somebody. This song is about losing somebody that you really loved. So I think anyone can kind of relate to that. I lost you once, but I won't lose you. When I see you in the sky, I'll hold on tight. An instrument of radical change. You were an artist who refused to be chained. I really miss you. 40 years in the grave. You were a soldier that nobody could save. You were buried in an unmarked grave. I really love you. 40 years to the day. I lost you once, but I won't lose you. When I see you in the sky, I'll hold on tight. You were a rebel in the time that you played. You were an artist that I wish could have stayed. I really miss you. 40 years in the grave. You were a fighter who could innovate. You were buried young and it's a shame. I really love you. 40 years to the day. I lost you once, but I won't lose you. When I see you in the sky, I'll hold on tight. I lost you once, but I won't lose you. When I meet you in the sky, I won't let go. No. 40 years without you, still I grave. 40 years in the grave. 40 years in the grave. 40 years in the grave.
All right, dude. That was fucking dope. Hell yeah. And that's going to be a new song that's on the rock record?
Yeah, that's going to be on my album coming out.
Awesome. Awesome, man. 40 years in the grave?
Yeah.
Nice.
We all got somebody we look back on.
It's true, man. It's true. It's true. Inspiration, family, you know, all that kind of stuff.
It's not the funnest song to play because I have to put myself into that mode of thinking about it. But,
true, man. You know, that's what songs are all about, you
yeah.
know, the words and music. So, like, the words come from something. They definitely come from your soul in some kind of way, and they speak to you, yourself, and to others, you know.
Totally.
What's cool about songs, I think, is that, you know, you might write it about a certain thing, but then somebody will interpret it completely different. You know what I mean?
So I think that one, you know, anyone can relate to because we've all got, again, someone we lost, and that's what it's about. Is like
so true, man.
You're gonna meet him somewhere else, you know.
Yeah.
You're gonna see him again. So it's something to look forward to, and it's something to not necessarily like cry about today because you can look forward to tomorrow over it. So that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, well, that song's got I was gonna say that's got a sweet ass guitar riff, by the way. That I don't play it acoustically, so you got to check out this record when it comes out.
Nice.
I actually can do it acoustically, but I was like, fuck it, give him something to listen to later, you know.
Nice.
So yeah, it's got a sweet little guitar lick over it. That'll be on the record.
Nice, dude. And when do you think that this record's gonna be done?
I want to release it before I turn 25, which is in February. So
cool.
Between now and February, I got a few months.
Do you have a website or anything like that yet? Or
I'm launching LawrenceRio.com.
Okay.
But if you go there today, it looks like it's like a frowny face that says the site is blocked.
But you own the domain.
I'm gonna get it out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks when you're trying to do all that shit yourself. I really want to hire like a manager to handle all the shit that I hate.
It's a lot easier if you hire somebody.
I hate social media. I don't want to fucking deal with you people online. Come talk to me, man. I'm a friendly guy in person, but I don't want to deal with the online stuff. You know,
it's a lot of shit. Yeah, I mean, like obviously with this podcast and like and you know my music and promoting other people, like it's a tough job. That's why those jobs exist. Like there's people that just do that kind of work for you, and that way you don't have to worry about it. You can just do your thing, you know. But obviously in this DIY, you know, world, if you have the ability to do it, then you can at least get it going.
I think quality like can really push you forward if you're trying to do something on your own.
Yeah.
So you look at especially podcasting, and you got guys like Joe Rogan who are ultra famous, and their podcasts are ultra viewed by millions, probably millions of people. And it's like that guy set up the studio at home just like you at some point. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's cool as shit that you can like do so much on your own today.
Dude, the internet's fucking badass.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like that forever. They're gonna come in and they're gonna take it away from us.
Oh shit. Just like anything
They're gonna take it away, bro. I'm telling you.
Dude, holy shit. Can I play one more song on that fucking note?
Absolutely.
This is my newest song, and it's about being monitored and controlled, man.
Really?
So
really, some 1984 shit.
Absolutely. See, we set up these cameras to do a podcast, but we just keep in mind, folks, you guys all have cameras in your pockets.
Yep.
And microphones in your pockets.
Oh yeah.
And one too many times have I been like having a conversation about paddleboarding. And then later that day, I see an advertisement about paddleboarding, and I'm like, okay.
What the fuck?
I think we've accepted.
What the fuck, yo?
At this point, that's normal. That's not even, like, debatable.
Dude, everybody has that story.
Yeah.
Everybody has that story. That like, I was thinking of a movie the other day, and like, I think I talked to, I was looked it up on my phone, and then out of nowhere, it was, like, doing advertisements for this movie.
Yeah.
You know, like a newer movie.
It's all interconnected now.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Like, there's cookies on your phone and shit. Better watch out.
Have you seen Ex Machina?
Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pronounced it wrong when I first watched it. I was like, Ex Machina.
Machine. That's like way more manly though.
It is a lot more manly, but it's incorrect.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds Japanese or something. Machina.
Machina.
Doesn't
Machina. Yeah, it does.
It doesn't sound like
Japanese
American. It's like Machina.
Yeah. My friend Carlo is a Japanese fucking badass motherfucker. He's a great drummer. Started off as a bass player though, and now he's plays the drums.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
What was that? Yeah.
Enough about him. This is about you, bro.
Oh shit.
And this is about your song about controlling people.
Oh yeah, this shit's about well, just do what you're told, I guess.
Oh shit.
Follow, keep doing what you're told. Chase after gold. You got a lot of nerve to go against the grain. Ride me up my brain. It'll be okay if you stand in line all day. Smile, you're on cam. Exactly who I am to say that's Rocco, that's Rocco, oh, oh, 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 oh. Follow, keep doing what they say. Run every day. You got a lot of nerve to go against the grain. Work till I die. But it'll be okay if you stand in line all day. Smile, you're on cam. Exactly who I am to say that's Rocco, oh, oh, that's Rocco, oh, oh, and you're Rocco, oh, oh, and I'm Rocco, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Follow, keep doing what you're told.
All right, dude. That was fucking awesome. Hell yeah. I'm sure there's many viewers right now that are like, dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's great, dude. And is that going to be on the new record as well?
If not, I'm going to drop it as a single. So it'll be a single or on the record or maybe both. Maybe
awesome, dude. That's great.
Definitely gonna put that one out.
Oh, that is awesome, man. Well, we've been talking for a while. I think we're gonna wrap this up and move on to the next thing.
Next artist, right?
The next artist,
Parsons podcast.
On the Parsons podcast. But thank you so much for coming out, Lawrence, and singing some songs with us.
Love this guy.
And doing your thing. I really appreciate it, man. It's fucking awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course, man. Thanks for being on it.
Been cool.
And thank you guys for tuning in. And subscribe. Click the button below and do your thing. I'll see you next time. Later.